Welcome back, everyone, to another Market Open live stream. We've got a little bit of a red market again today. Let's go ahead and see what's going on and maybe why it's going on. Take a look at this. We got the Dow down slightly, S&P down slightly. NASDAQ futures were down slightly, so we were full red here for a moment. And now just slightly green here on the NASDAQ. Got bonds like the 10-year still sitting at 1.339. It's about 1.34. So still a little bit of movement to the upside on yields here, but which some say could be a sign of actually slowing growth rather than a fear of overheating growth, as potentially short sellers are covering. But let's take a look at some of the movers here. So Gevo is a trending stock right now on Stock Twits. What's so fun about Gevo is that Gevo is a momentum stock. Gevo had an insane run up to what, 15, 16 bucks? Yeah, there it is, 15.57. This was really the momentum moment here where this went from being a penny stock, literally, I mean, quite frankly, even more, it was under $1 because remember, penny stock is under $5, was under $1. And the thing just ran straight. I mean, Gevo for a period of time there was just incredible. Ran to $3, ran to $5, and folks would just buy. What is pretty neat though is that after this momentum run, the sort of discovery of Gevo, there were plenty of hodlers left in it to where it never really fell below 477. That's a far cry from where it used to be. So that's great. You got sort of biofuels here, especially for airplanes. Much more focus on climate and greener energy initiatives with the Biden administration, which was one of the reasons Gevo has moved nicely, especially since one of the board members of Gevo or executives of Gevo, I'm not sure which, ended up getting onto Joe Biden's climate panel. That was a pretty big move there for Gevo as well. So looking at the downside, we've got GameStop. Talked about GameStop a bit yesterday. Talked about AMC a bit yesterday as well. Also went to AMC. If you haven't seen my Twitter, I suppose I may as well show it to you. Went to AMC, got my picture here. As you can see, here's me at these AMC chairs, which are kind of cool because you can kind of like lie down and rest in them, and they have this little table that comes across. And this place had a full bar too, which was kind of awesome. Minus the fact that they charged us $41 for 2 Manhattans, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, aside from that, yeah, I wrote Nicole Kidman made me come. It was, yesterday she had that awesome TV commercial with AMC. Drove 30 minutes to watch The Candyman at CEO Adam Aaron's AMC instead of the theater I ate next to, 2 minutes away. Full bar. Also increased my AMC investment last week. Ape Nation. Anyway, so just worth mentioning solely because I think this was really incredible how they had renovated this one. So let's get back to the sticks here. The Tattooed Chef down 2.43. I would say AMC was about 20% capacity. So could have a little bit more. Could have had a little bit more love. But anyway, okay. Boston Beer dropping on earnings yesterday. Fears that the seltzer trend is over. GameStop down 8.75%. Talked about why yesterday. In short, really a big old disaster with no real guidance, right? And then a little bit of would have been nice to have a little bit more upfrontness on the quarter-over-quarter decline, which the CEO purposefully dodged answering about. So you get a quarter-over-quarter decline and no guidance. Those two things combined, sometimes the stock market can be a little bit frustrated over that. I honestly don't blame the stock market. Stock market's oftentimes a little bit too short term, but hey, for anybody with that long run view on GameStop, this is here's a nice dip for you, 9%. You've got Tattooed Chef, 2.53% to the downside, almost under $20 again. It's got that big rubber band going on. Snowflake, almost under 300. Purple Innovation, $23. Okay, I don't see Palantir here. Where's Redfin there? 49.25. Palantir 25.28. Got back under 26 there. Lemonade, unfortunately, back to the $74 range. This one, in my opinion, is just waiting for a little bit of a pop. Unfortunately, that pop is not here yet. SoFi sitting at 1538. We have, let's see, Cheesecake Factory. How have they been the last few days? Citigroup has a $28 price target for LCID, you say? That's cool. All right, let's see here. So Cheesecake, yeah, Cheesecake has been falling since it's run up to about 47 here. And this is just on the hour chart, so let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So better. Okay, so we ran up to 65 in April. Did fall now to about 44, not as low as where we were at the middle of August. Middle of August here in hindsight was a little bit of a short pain point there around the 18th, 19th, and 20th. C3AI still stuck at $50. Salesforce, Canoe, Simon, kind of nominal movements here in the middle. Looking more at the top, you've actually got Peloton up again. Affirm Holdings has earnings today. They are up 1.32% here, 1.22%. And we'll see how the earnings go. Not personally super excited about the earnings, mostly because a lot of excitement has come into Affirm for Amazon, which Affirm won't be reflected in the actual earnings for a while. Restoration Hardware, 4.5%, smashed earnings yesterday. So did Lulu. I was really surprised with Restoration Hardware. But Lulu just exploding after the earnings. It was up about 8% within minutes and has just slowly trickled up to continue to gain here. See, look at that. I mean, this was the explosion here, and then it just kept going up. And so seeing Lulu right now up 13.49% on some incredible earnings. Pretty cool. Gevo now up 9%. Got support.com up 4%. Marathon Digital's up. Riot Blockchain's up as Bitcoin's up slightly. Marginal up. Hippo's up to 130 or up 1.35%. Enphase coming back with 1%. Coinbase coming back with 0.9%. Robinhood's back with a fraction here. Let's go take a peek at Tesla. And then we'll look at crypto too here. 0.26 on Tesla. All right. Let's see if we can get any good movements out of Tesla here. But in the meantime, Bitcoin. Bitcoin now at 47,000. Look at these bounces. I mean, we say it all the time to the point where it's almost annoying, but it's just Bitcoin just perfectly seems to operate the lines. I mean, part of me just wants to become a Bitcoin trader and just sit here and or make an algorithm like the hedge funds do. It just automatically buys and sells based on where it is. You wait for it to get within a tolerance, within like 10% or whatever. Boom, buy. It gets up closer to the line. Boom, sell. Boom, buy, and just back and forth. Anyway, yeah, take a look at this. You've also got this this pretty remarkable fall here to 45,670, and this immediate bump up to the 47,165 line. The lines are holding so well. I've been very impressed with Bitcoin respecting the sticks. It's been pretty incredible, the channel it's been in. Anyway, that's Bitcoin at 47,000. HUD 8 up a couple percent on this. And let's look at ADA. ADA coming back with the 260. Very nice. Also bouncing off of the 249 support level. Coming back up with a nice little bounce. All right. And see what's news. Start over here with these Chinese stocks.
Fairly good support. Yeah, 4 o'clock, the futures were down badly. And I felt that it's going to be just still one more bad day. Europe was about, UK was down 1.2%. But what we have in this country is, as we saw in the last 3 hours of yesterday, a dip is a buy. So we're still there.
Now, what about these stocks, though? What about these Chinese stocks? Given we're just talking about NetEase, Tencent, you see them. Alibaba.
What do you think?
It's funny because this news was out yesterday, but then much of it, but the stock started to suffer as the day went along. Early on, they were not.
Well, and Alibaba tried to rally last week, but I don't want to be there.
You would not buy any Chinese equities, would you?
Well, no, because I think that you've got a country that's become communist.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to buy? Stocks in communist Russia?
I mean, they just
said from Stalin. How was that market?
They kind of, to put it.
I mean, I agree with them.
By the way, we're serious. don't
I know.
screw with our
No,
rules.
I don't want to buy there. I think there's plenty of opportunities to lose money here. I don't need to go overseas.
Got it.
Kathy
Yeah.
Wood has obviously cut.
Yes,
And
FTPs.
Lasry on Squawk today asked if he would own Chinese equities, said not, maybe next year, maybe by the end of the year.
Well, maybe she's when his term is up. Except for I think his term, what, David? What's the period that
It's endless. It's an endless term.
life?
Yes.
Life.
Yes. Well, right.
That's a long.
Life.
President for life is a. There's a lot of presidents for life that I've seen over time. Very few of them actually got to where they had to go.
It's true, but some live on for quite some long period of time.
That's true.
Octogenarians, nonagenarians. Sometimes I can remember a few of them. Right?
Dictators.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna pull off the. Well, hold on.
What was Mabuto? I mean, he went on for a long
Oh,
time.
Maputo.
Yeah.
But he had hyperinflation. It didn't even seem to
No,
matter.
nothing
That guy.
stopped
Kathy
him.
Wood
But
quote
Kathy
here
Wood's
have
no-
reduced our positions in China dramatically and swapped them for our
I do
holders.
feel that when you're there, you're really kind of you wake up in the morning and you don't know which minute. Boy, they got a lot of minutes.
MasterCard buys Cipher Trace to enhance crypto capabilities. The payment processors are really excited about crypto, which makes sense. Going mainstream. All right, let's see here. Traders rush to dump China's tech stocks as gaming targeted again. How could gaming be targeted again? Technology stock shares led Chinese shares lower on Thursday after Beijing took aim at gaming companies for focusing solely on profit, underscoring the risk of calling a bottom of the market. Really? Gaming companies focusing on profit? How dare they? Thursday's pullback was triggered by regulators summoning officials from companies including Tencent and NetEase to remind them of their social obligations and the harm caused by putting profits first. Wow. All right. How dare you make money? You evil corporations, all about your profits. That's all you care about. How dare you? Now we will banhammer you. Oh my gosh. All right. So ECB slows pandemic bond buying. The stimulus going away. We got Bitcoin could eventually collapse as Swedish central banker. Oh, we got a zeroer. The governor of Sweden's central bank compared buying and selling Bitcoin to trading stamps, questioning the staying power of currencies without government backing. Woohoo. Private money usually collapses sooner or later. And sure, you could get rich trading in Bitcoin, but it's comparable to trading in stamps. Ooh. Ouch. Mr. Fed Governor of Sweden. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Just looking at some of these here. All right. So what else do we have here? Inequality has cost nearly 23 trillion since 190. Okay, wow. Tencent leads $60 billion loss as game crackdown fear grows. Justice Department plans to sue Texas over abortion law. Okay, that's, I guess, Biden's response. Many shots given. Coinbase threat shows there's a new sheriff in town. The SEC just put the cryptocurrency industry on notice of how far the regulator is willing to go to tame a market he's labeled as the Wild West of finance, in threatening to sue Coinbase if the exchange lets customers earn interest on their digital tokens. The SEC sent a warning letter to firms already offering similar products or contemplating to do so. The move is the clearest sign yet that under Gensler, the regulator will aggressively use its power to thwart products it's uncomfortable with, even before the launch. Yikes. Pending SEC's enforcement actions. SEC declined to comment. Not a surprise. Mr. Gensler, the guy, everybody was like jumping up and down about Gensler's what's it called? Entrance into crypto, because I think folks were really seeing Gensler as an opportunity to essentially be a puppet for the crypto market. And so far he's come out pretty hard with the stick so far. But who knows? Maybe that's par for the course. That hey, get that regulation, and then maybe then crypto can go more mainstream, like cars. Rules of the road, cars become popular. That was his analogy. Amazon TVs are coming in October with prices starting at $370. They failed at the phone, but I bet you they could pull the TV off, because then you don't have to buy the set-top box. You could just have a smart TV. It's not a bad idea, actually. And if they can sell these and have people finance them with a firm, it's even better. 2 families of models will be available in various sizes: the Amazon Fire TV Omni series and the more affordable 4 series. Better integrated Fire TV software with Alexa voice controls. Ooh. High-end one. Ooh, the high-end one will be $1,099. Wow, I just remember high-end TVs used to be like $4,000 or $5,000. That was crazy. Yeah, built-in Fire Stick too. No kidding. Until now, Amazon has sold streaming sticks that plug into TVs. I like this idea. Just sell the full kit and caboodle. Why sell the top box like Apple does? Just sell the whole TV. I like that. That's smart. I mean, it's a pretty saturated market, but a lot of people buy TVs off Amazon, and they can kind of give themselves preference, and they probably shouldn't, but they do anyway. But the Amazon Choice products. Undercut competitors, Apple. Control the experience, frustration-free setup. Yep, connect to Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. Here's what you need to know about the 2 versions. Okay, let's see here. It is, they've got 5 sizes: 50, 55, 65, 75. That's pretty cool. Amazon Fire TV 4. That's affordable too. 43 inches for $369. That's they're really into the 69 here. Either $369 or $469. Not bad. All right. Let's see. United Airlines staff granted religious exemptions to vaccine mandate will be put on unpaid leave. Oh, basically fired. Yikes. Okay, Loop Capital is saying sell GameStop and talk about it later, basically. Yikes. We got a bear. Let's take a look at the bear here. Oh, wait. Gotta sign in again. Hold on, I'll do that really quick. Let's go see what Loop Capital has to say about GameStop. Apparently, it's not good. All right, let's take a peek. All righty. So, all right, we have investors should sell their GameStop shares after the brick-and-mortar video game retailer shared little about the company's turnaround plans. Loop Capital's Anthony whatever said Thursday, GameStop did not provide an outlook. Okay. The earnings call was shameful. How do you say it? Chakumba. Oh, that's kind of cool. Told Squawkbox it was disrespectful to their shareholders. It just astounded me, quite frankly. I mean, look, I don't like the Soup Bears, but he's not entirely wrong. The call was, I was not very happy about it either. I mean, it was like 7 or 8 minutes long. No Q&A, no guidance, ignored the quarter-over-quarter sales decline. In my opinion, the call, and this is really what pisses me off, because I care so much about like anybody watching, obviously, my channel. I feel so honored, but I think it's unfair for a CEO in a conference call to go, yeah, our sales are up 25% year over year, and we think that's exactly how investors should be evaluating our stock. So it's almost kind of like the CEO is trying to educate retail investors, like, yeah, our sales are up 25% year over year, and net sales is how you should evaluate our stock. But then does not mention the 8% quarter over quarter decline from Q1 2021 to Q2 at the same time as an SG&A increase with sales decline, right? So to me, that was a little I don't know, that was a miss for me, you know, and I really have a lot of hope for GameStop, but I thought I actually kind of agree with this person that I thought that was disrespectful. GameStop became a momentum stock. Frenzy peaked in January. Okay, we know this. Okay, he says the valuation currently is nonsensical. Let's call it what it is. The emperor has no clothes. Okay, well, now he's going a little far now. There's no strength and there's no turning this business around. GameStop's profit margins will narrow as more customers have direct access to gaming software on the internet without having to turn to retailers. Sell the stock first, ask questions later. Ouch. That's rough. That's a little bit of a burn there. Yeah. You know, and it's funny, like, a lot of folks I saw were excited about the fundamentals yesterday. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, the retail sales are up 25% or whatever. And then as soon as I pointed out that the fundamentals were actually flawed and down quarter over quarter, then I got some comments where people are like, well, GameStop's not about fundamentals. Well, okay. We know that. But, you know, you were just using that as your reason. Anyway. Walmart reportedly ends quarterly bonuses as it raises employees' pay. Okay. California Senate passes landmark bill aimed at Amazon's labor practices. Oh, yeah? Use of productivity, curbing Amazon's use of productivity quotas. The bill would require employers to disclose productivity quotas to employees and government agencies. Have argued that they lead to workplace injuries and unfair disciplinary measures. Wow. Legal burdens, labor restrictions on companies. Oh, the fights. The California fighting people? No. That'd be crazy. All right. So let's go take a look at the pre-market here. Yeah, Robert, 50K margin in this green video market. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I would try to start paying that down. Is how I would do that. What I would do. HUD 8 up 5%. Very, very nice. Beyond Meat is up to 115, almost to 116 right now. Dave & Buster's coming back with a couple percent. Boy, Dave & Buster's has certainly been an up and down roller coaster here. Yep, JD.com. Okay, so we got the Chinese stocks down, the TTCF down, Roblox down, Decau, Shift, Open Door. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I think it almost feels like it's getting a little bit greener right now. Let's see. Let's do a refresh here on the indices. Yeah, the Nasdaq went slightly greener, but you're still red on Dow and S&P. And if you jump on over to bonds, you're at 1.334. Remember yesterday too, we started off green. Everything started off amazing yesterday. Green up, new records, and you kind of had the straight decline right after. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Joseph. Thanks so much for your family having voted for me. Meet Kevin. That's awesome. Okay, how about some more news? We've got 4 minutes. That's enough time for another headline. Let's try Barron's. Let's see what we got. Stocks under pressure again amid stimulus worries. Yeah, ECB slowing their purchases. Moderna plans 2-in-1 vaccine for COVID and the flu. That does not surprise me. That makes a lot of sense to me, that you would incorporate the COVID vax into the flu or vice versa or whatever. Robot trader turns bullish on Amazon, Facebook, and Nvidia. What it sold. Oh my gosh, I would love to know what the robot sold. What does the computer think? Top 5 stocks added: Nvidia, Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, Facebook. Departure from, let's see, where are the sold ones? Removed AMD, Snap, Zoom, Roku, and Align. Wow. But they say they removed AMD on profit taking. Okay. An exchange-traded fund with holdings decided by artificial intelligence. Wow. So it's a full-on AI fund, eh? What it'd be interesting to see what this thing's called. Here it is. Ticker AMOM. How's our robot done? Year to date, the robot's up 16%. And if we compare that to, oops, I gotta hit the compare button. We got to compare it to the S&P. Yes, and I think the S&P is up a tiny little bit more. How long has this thing been? Hold on. How long has this been out? Oh, the robot. Wait a sec. Year to date. No, this robot fund's been out for a while. Okay, so slightly lagging the S&P by about 6 percentage points. On a 5-year, well, it's only been out since 2019. So on a 1-year, okay, what happened here though? Some sort of split? Or just a collapse in price? I don't know. That'd be interesting to look into. But anyway, fascinating. The robot underperformed. Whatever. Forget the robot. Robinhood stock is under fire. Here's how to play it. Okay, what you got? Give us an option. Let's see. Payment for order flow. We talked about that. So how do you play it? Here we go. At $40.05, you could sell the $42 call that expires September 17th for around 80 cents. That would be after owning shares, I imagine. I doubt they're recommending covered call or naked calls. All right, well, let's hit the bell.
And he was, irrepressible. That's who he is, irrepressible. But when you look at Lulu, even this mirror acquisition, I think is starting to come to the fore. I thought one of the most compelling things about that quarter, they're paying people $70 an hour. Wealth and health. Wealth and health. That's something that Ulta talked about, is that wealth and beauty. I mean, these are categories.
No, I mean, that's like, what is that, 35% green, something like that?
Lulu, it's wealth and health, meaning that if you can afford their stuff, you're doing pretty well.
That's true. There is the opening bell. A CNBC real-time exchange as well of the big board at cybersecurity company IronNet, celebrating a recent listing via SPAC at the NASDAQ fuel cell truck startup Hyzon Motors, celebrating.
Fuel cell startups. Yes, SPACs. Gotta love them SPACs. SPAC. I want to make a SPAC. What do we want to SPAC? Who wants to SPAC something? We should SPAC something. SPAC like a coffee company. All right, what else here? So Cardano sitting at that 260 level. Now we are open for business. We got Lulu moving here, but this is about the move it was making in pre-market. Yeah, slightly red here to start with. Gevo is pretty much flat. Hut 8 Mining giving us a nice little push. Restoration Hardware is pushing a little bit. Piton and Robinhood. Look at the hood run. Robinhood's moving. Up a couple percent. Piton's moving as well. Back over $100. Going to the downside. Got GameStop trying to turn red here. Trying to make some moves. Having a little trouble trying to go up. It's going down. It's flat right now. Where's AMC? AMC. Here we go. AMC's down slightly as well. A couple percent, 2 to 3%. Macy's, not any kind of big, massive movers here. Trying to see where Gevo go. Yeah, Gevo. I'm watching Gevo as well, but I'm not sure if this is going to be the start to the run or if we're not going to get a run. Let's see here. Upwork, Lucid, Piton, Ethereum, Beyond Meat, Build-A-Bear. Yeah. Okay. So mostly stable based on what we've kind of seen going into the morning. Let's see what. So they're talking about here potentially selling calls on Robinhood. I'm surprised they don't talk about. I mean, maybe they do somewhere here. They don't actually talk about owning the shares. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here's an aggressively bullish trade to consider if you believe that banning payment for order flow would be much more difficult than people realize. Buy Robinhood stock and then sell the weekly options with strike prices that are at or just above the stock price. With Robinhood, you should sell slightly above calls that end September 17th. Okay, let's take a look at that. So let's go to Hood. Let's see what numbers you're looking at here. So where's our Hood? There we go. And we go to the option. So 17, and let's go to 42 over here. Okay, so they're suggesting sell the September 17th call. It's got $1 right now. That's nice. Okay, so yeah, it actually, well, because the stock's green, so the cost of these went up. So let's say you had, I don't know, what's a $10,000 in Robinhood divided by $40, 250. Let's say you had 300 shares. So 300 shares times about 40 is around $12,000 in Robinhood. If you sold 3 of these calls, you'd get 350. You get about $100 a piece. So 300 or $1.05 divided by 42, 2.5% on your money for basically a week. I mean, it's not bad. You could just kind of keep doing that. Makes sense because the volatility is a little high. Makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of work rolling them week after week after week and keeping in with them. But you could do that. It's not bad. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Robinhood. Yeah, I know you don't like Robinhood. Thanks for the donation. I know you like hacks. Robinhood makes their money by front running the people who use the platform. You know, I have to say, even though that may be true, they their crypto pricing, it's the best that I've seen. Even though you can't get your money off the platform, right? Which sucks. A lot of problems with it. No wallet yet, right? But anyway, let's
federal
let's
employees and for millions of contractors who work for the federal government. The president had previously mandated this earlier in the summer, but there were some loopholes there for employees who did not get vaccinated to have that they would undergo. Now, this is going to be mandatory for all federal employees and for all those contractors. And you can think about all the different federal agencies that employ thousands and thousands of contractors. This is a large group of people. Not clear exactly what the unvaccinated rate is among federal workers, but this is Biden's effort now to make a dent in the broader unvaccinated population inside the United States. And it comes at a time when he's really trying to get his arms around the Delta variant and trying to move those numbers south and get the economy back on track again. So watch for that executive order. We don't have exact timing yet of when that will be signed, but the White House signaling now that President Biden is going to be doing that sometime soon. Carl, back over to you.
Eamon, we began the hour talking about the airlines and why it's so important to get that under control. Thank you. By the way, you see Moderna up 3%. Investor presentation announcing a vaccine program that would develop a single dose that will combine a booster for COVID along with a vaccine for the flu.
Boy, is that wow! It's supposed to be a very difficult flu season.
Yes.
That is something that this company continues to surprise. Ban cells, obviously, let's put them in the genius category. I'm talking about.
All right, we talked about this already a little bit. So Givo, movement, making a slight move here. It's not super aggressively moving up, but hey, 10%. That's still pretty good. Not any kind of real explosion here at the beginning. Robinhood up 3.4% now. Piton up 3.4 as well. Looks like we're getting sort of that dip bounce back from yesterday. Always sort of rewards buying the dip. Let's see how Lemonade's up as well a little bit. Enphase down again. Good. That means I can buy soon. Oh yeah, Enphase down 1%. Really wanting to see this thing drop under 160. Who knows? Might be on that trajectory for today. We have GameStop. I wonder what sell puts would look like on GameStop. Like if you went out to Sept 17 and I don't know, sell a put. So this would be about what is that, about 4%, 5%? Yeah, 4.69% for a week. It's not bad. Went out a month and a week. Now you'd be at about 20.5 divided by 180. That's about 11.34. Yeah. That's not bad for 1 week. The 845 here on a sell put for GameStop. So this would kind of be like buying the stock for what is that? 171.55 if you ended up getting if it ended up trading under 180. That's not a horrible option right here, especially since I think there's a good chance that after it falls today, has a little bit of a bounce back up, especially since it's only a week. Today's Thursday. Yeah, okay. You hold to tomorrow, you'd get a little bit less, 4.8 divided by 180. You'd be sitting around 2.66% through tomorrow. So if you think it's going to bounce tomorrow, and let's say I don't know, you put in, how much is 50 cost? Let's see, 50 times 180 times 100. Oh my gosh, 900 grand. Never mind. That's a lot. So you put in 10 times 180 times 100. $180,000. My gosh, it's still expensive. You tie up $180,000 for a day, you get $4,800. And if it bounces up a little bit tomorrow, you basically get to keep that for free. You tie that same thing up through next week, $8,400. Tie that same thing up to January, you get $43,000. Just for giggles, I'm gonna look $72,000 if you tie it up through January of 2023. Some high volatility here. A similar reason I bought some, or rather sold some puts on AMC, because the IV is just so high. You go in here and you sell a put for tomorrow, you're sitting at 1.54 divided by 46. You're looking at 3.34% for a day. Oh, well, it's slightly out of the money, though. Hold on. Let me go slightly in the money. 99 divided by 45. That's only 2.2%. If you go out to a week, that's $3,200 divided by 45. That's 7%. 7% on your money to have a sold put at $40. It drops a lot if you go down to $40. But yeah, if you wanted to own some AMC and you were willing to buy it at 45, you're better off selling the put for September 17th and milking that credit, because this is almost like buying it for $31.80. So you get a little bit of credit there, unless of course it runs on you. That's interesting. That to me is a little juicy. A September 17th sold put like that for $320. I'm gonna watch that. I'll write that down and I'm gonna watch it. Okay, AMC sold put. Okay. All right. What else? So then we have Gevo pushed up a couple percent again. Nice job. Restoration Hardware, Peloton. Surprised. Oh, wow. Look, Hippo up again. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. Hippo is just... Okay, so many of you know this already, but in case you don't, I bought a Hippo on Friday, and as usual, anytime I buy or sell, I send a message to everybody in the Stocks and Psychology Money group, like, hey, so what I'm buying, so I'm selling or whatever. Link down below. Oh, man, I thought they had a Don't Sue Me Bro coffee mug on CNBC. I was about to get really excited, but it wasn't. It was a CNBC coffee mug. Darn it. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So anyway, we bought this thing, and let's see here. We got... Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, man, I have more in it than I thought I did. But anyway, here it is. So here's my... If you look right, here's Hippo. And so you can see I got stock right here, 100,000 shares. It's up 33% in like 3 or 4 days. I'm hodling. I did, though, get a covered call, which gave me a big fat credit, but technically that is down now because the stock has continued to run, which is fine. But anyway, this gave me a credit of, where was this credit? That gave me a $52,000 credit. And it's lost a little bit of value, but if I held it to expiration, I'd still get the 52K, so it doesn't really matter that it's down because it's a $7.50 call. So the thing would have to run all the way to $7.50 for me to get called out. I'm not horribly worried about getting called out because even if I got called out, I got paid 52 cents, so it'd be like selling it for 802. And I would look, if Hippo hit 8, I would sell it. But you know, like this mid sixes or whatever, I don't mind at all. But yeah, so I got 52K for signing up for that contract, and it's only until October 15th, so it has not been bad. Anyway, but yeah, if anytime you want all of my alerts, you know, sometimes they work great. Actually, a lot of times lately they've been working really great. No guarantees though. Sometimes they don't work out great. But you could always see what those are and my thoughts and theses around these things in the Stocks and Psychology of Money group, or ask me questions directly about them in the private course member live streams, which I generally do right after the market open live. Okay, so Lucid's actually trying to go back to $20. That's cool. Oh, here, let me share it with you. There we go. Oh yeah, somebody was wondering. Yes, this is a Dragon Dagger shirt. Actually, is it, or is it the scimitar? No, this is the scimitar one. No. I have a Dragon Dagger shirt that has the green tip. You know, I've got one that has the Dragon Dagger. Forgot this is actually the skimmy. See, it matches. So anyway, this is the little scimitar, which kind of matches the actual. So anyway, somebody was wondering. Oh, I thought I got the Dragon Dagger one. No, I got this one. All right. So Enphase still is it really good? Stop waiting and buy Enphase. I know, right? Let's see. Is Enphase? Yeah, well, it's not. Look at that. It almost got under 160 there for a moment. That's cool. All right. Downside. Oh, support.com giving up a little bit of love. Very good food company, Dave & Buster's, Enphase, these guys dropping. Gevo's doing a really slow push here, but it's doing a push. Piton's doing a little push here, 5.25, very nice. I wonder what, I mean, it's so green right now, but I do wonder what sold puts would sell for like October 15th on Piton. Yeah, $8. That'd be like buying it for 97. Yeah, it's not like jump up and downy. If I go to December, I'd be getting $12, $10 over here. It'd be like a $90. That's not horrible. Locking up to December, not terrible. Hippo, Gevo pulling back tiny little bit. So's Lulu, tiny little bit of pullback. Lucid. How's Matterport doing? Oh, here's Matterport. Matterport's sitting at 1613. Wonder how sold puts are looking on Matterport. Okay, let's see here. Sold puts September for $15. 20 cents on 15 is that's low. 1 point, yeah. That's no good. You'd have to go to October. October would be about 30, 6 days or so. 0.8 into 15, that's about 5.3%. I'd probably wait a little bit for a little bit more pain. How's SoFi? SoFi. Sorry, Kev Smith, you're having trouble there with Coinbase. Yeah, I'll look at the sell puts on Enphase. Probably, I don't know if I would. I was going to say probably not. I usually don't sell puts on end phase, but let's say I was willing. Yeah, see, it's just okay. Well, that's the 10th. Okay, hold on. If I go here, so if I go to the 160 sell put, that's kind of like buying it for 156. That's not bad, honestly, for Sept 17th. What is that for 1 week? Divided by 160, 4.4%. That's pretty in line with the market. That's not horrible. Problem is, that's 160K you'd be tying up for 4, right? 10 times 100 times 160. Yeah, that's a lot. See, that's why sometimes I don't end up doing these, but it's just a week. I mean, if you go out to a month, you double that, 8,750. But then that 160 is tied up, and if there's another opportunity, I can't dive in on that. You know, like Hippo, right? I had the cash to buy Hippo, so I'd probably just buy Enphase outright soonish, because that's always the downside, is that like you sell a put and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna own more Enphase. Then it runs to like 190 or something, and it's like, cool, you got your credit, but you missed out on the run. So you know, there's always that downside. All right, let's go to some news. Let's see what we got here. In the meantime, public.com will give you a totally free stock if you sign up by going to metkevin.com/public. Give you a free stock worth all the way up to $70. And they're giving out shares of like fractional shares of Apple and Tesla and things like that. It's pretty cool. metkevin.com/public. They don't buy or sell your information, and they don't do payment for order flow. You can also follow me when you go to that app at Meet Kevin. Biden will require COVID vaccinations for all federal workers and millions of government contractors. Yeah, he's announcing a big plan today. 6-pronged approach. I wonder if there's going to be anything about HEPA filtration. Ooh, speaking of which, does that mean we should buy 3M? I wonder how 3M's been doing. Or like Honeywell. 3M. So 3M year to date is up about 10%. Year over year is 13%. So most of its gains in the last year have been this year. Can I do a compare? Yeah, here we go. Let's compare to Honeywell. All right, Honey. So compared to Honeywell, year to date, both are actually doing decently. Looks like 3M just had a setback. Honeywell's kicking 3M's butt on the year over year. That's fascinating. I'm gonna look at their financials really quick. Morally, I won't touch 3M poisoning the earth. Tell me more. I mean, I probably won't touch these either, but it is interesting. 3M. Let's see here. 3M. Okay, right. Here we go. Financial analysis on 3M. All right, so golly, they have a big old market cap, over 100 bill. I didn't know they were that huge. $10 EPS. That means they're only selling for 18 times 2021 earnings right now. But that's because their growth is expected to be kind of pathetic. 3% a year. Yeah, that's boring. Very, very, very low growth. I mean, even Corsair has more growth than that. Individual company. Let me see. Corsair. Quickly look at Corsair's financials. So I'm pretty sure they have more growth expected than 3M. And then we'll look at some. Yeah, well, 19% this year, but then down to 5 and 9% for the next couple of years thereafter, and some fluctuations in 24. Wonder how they're coming up with that. Anyway, all right, let's see what other headlines we have. All right, let's see here. Pentagon's anniversary is its first without troops in Afghanistan. Big investors target battery makers tied to power grid. Oh yeah, I like that idea. Oh, this looks cool. This looks like the Home Depot of batteries. Don't those shelves look like the Home Depot shelves? I bet you those are the same people who make the Home Depot shelves. Big investors are charging into startups, touting experimental new battery technologies that would make it possible for renewable energy sources to produce most of the country's electricity. Deep-pocketed investment firms like whatever have plowed hundreds of millions of dollars into what? That's what we want to know. Unlike mobile phones or electric car batteries that can deliver electricity for about 4 hours straight, long-duration batteries can discharge for longer periods, ranging from 6 hours to several days, and store far more power. This allows them to overcome major drawback of renewable, that wind doesn't always blow and that the sun does not always shine. Correct. Problem is, it's just very expensive to do utility scale batteries right now. Is Hippo moving again? Are you serious? Hold on a sec. We're going to come right. I want to see which battery companies they're talking about here. Hey, Boston Beer and GameStop are recovering a little bit. So that's good. Oh, Upstart's actually in the toilet today. It's only down 3%. Big deal. Where's Hippo? I don't see Hippo. Did I get clickbaited? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, 5.55. It's at 666. Look, it's up 555 and it's at 666. That I don't know if that means anything. Oh, Jivo did it. Jivo did the push. Oh, Jivo just had the push. That's awesome. Just in the last like 6 minutes here, Jivo did the push. Yeah, we've been watching Jivo since the morning because it was trending on StockTwits when it was up like 6%. And just added a nice little chunk here. Very nice. So yeah, Jivo's taking the torch today. See how long that lasts. Hippo though, I'm impressed. I mean, under $7, I still think it's fairly valued. $7 to $8. It's okay. It gets a little stretchy. It's like the rubber band a little bit. $8 is too much. The fact that they spacked this for $10 though shows you the capacity they had for selling investors on it, basically. But then again, it is blank check, so it's not like they had too much of a say. But anyway, between 2021 and 2023, power companies are expected to install large-scale battery systems capable of producing 10,000 megawatts. Okay, let's go. Where are the companies? Who's making them? Ooh, how iron air battery operates. Iron air, iron pellets, cathode, anode, rusting iron pellets, hydroxide movement upon discharge, upon recharge. So it's in like a solution. Yeah. Water-based electrolyte. Electrons from. So fascinating. Okay, but anyway, where's the company? I want to know the companies they're buying. All right. Hundreds of gigawatts online, according to the, let's see, we got the energy department here. Investor interest in energy storage has soared in the past year. Venture capital firms have invested $4.9 billion. Despite momentum, investing in rechargeable batteries can be risky. Some technologies that seem attractive in a lab don't pan out in an industrial scale. Hey, that's a slam on QuantumScape right there. Okay. Business unit partner with TBG. Okay, where are the companies? Oh, here we go. Ambry Inc. Battery company said it had secured $144 million in financing. Ambry Inc. I don't think that's public then. This is 37 employees as of 2016. Privately held company. Batteries for clean energy. Ooh, metal box. Look how many pictures there are of just like places. Not actually the batteries. Anyway. Donald of MIT said investors are open to alternative battery tech. See one company mentioned here. And it's a private company at that. Trend could help encourage more innovation. Okay, you got your batteries here. Okay, Ambry. It's just more about their battery technology, how they use iron. It's very abundant material, discharge for as many as 24 hours straight. Not a lot of information on other actual battery companies here. Yeah, and then of course you get some like jaded people in the comments. They're like, batteries don't work when power lines break in a storm. Duh. But that's not the point of going to a battery scale. Top Democrat expects 4 to 5 year extension of child tax credit. Holy moly, no way. Who's the top Democrat? I mean, would that be Schumer? That's insane. 4 to 5 years. I mean, that's basically making it permanent, is what they're saying. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, that's the $250 per month for child under 18 and the $300 for children under 5. Oh, or is it 6? No, it's, I'm sorry, 6 and under 6, under 6. So if you're under 6, it's $300 per month. Okay, so what else here? We have Hippo's at 3.3%. It dropped a little bit, about 14 cents. GameStop dropped a little bit again as well. Walgreens, very good food companies, Endeavor. Where's Enphase? Are we buying Enphase yet, or are we still watching it? It's recovering. What about Affirm? Let's see here. Personally, I'm waiting for earnings on Affirm. Very interested to see what happens with earnings today. It will be very, very, very fascinating. And we'll see if it runs into earnings too. I'm not the most optimistic. Givo's still moving here, 23%. There's your runner for the day. All right, let's see what other headlines we have. Bloomberg. All right. No, not Bolsonaro calls on truckers to lift protests, blocking roads. Okay. All right. Let's go to, I don't know, what's another thing we could look at? Or some economic stuff. All right. Oh, we could look at let's see here. COVID. Let's see here. Least vaccinated states lead in spike in children's cases, leaving some hospitals stretched. Anyway, so here daily hospital admissions under 18 are higher than ever. Going back to August 20. Two admissions per 100,000. It's obviously still very low, but it's also very sad to see younger folks get admitted to the hospital on this. Children have continued to account for the fewest new hospitalizations of any age. Yeah. Makes sense. Very age-related. Okay. Let's do COVID cases. COVID cases. Okay, let's go to all on COVID cases. We are at 30 days. Okay, here we go. Kind of back to this level here. 184,000. Kind of back in line with where we've been. Nice. Okay. What else? House Democrats make new push for post-Trump limits on executive power. Yeah. California aims to ban recycling symbols on non-recyclable items. I mean, that you think that would already be banned. Okay. Unless it's just like a good faith thing. All right. What else? Oh, there's not much news, huh? Not a lot of news. Or we've just covered it all. Let's go. Let's see here. Sticks again. Jiva's still hanging out at that 23% level. Very nice. Very nice. Hippo back up 4.36%. Nice little bounce there. Peloton 103. Cardano's sitting at 158. We've got GameStop still sitting on the downside a little bit here, and AMC as well. But yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I think that yeah, is want to change the title? Well, let's see what the indices are doing. Oh yeah, look, we're all green now. All the indices went green. So I guess the market's still starting red. Started red, but now it's turned green. That's good. We've got the Dow Jones up now 0.25%, the S&P up almost a quarter, the Nasdaq's up about it's up a third. Russell's the only thing that's down at 0.11%. Nice job. Nice. Okay, good. So good moves here. Let's see what do we got here about Delta Airlines. Listen to this.
The market, they're indicating that they expect things to start to improve. I think all of the airlines are cautiously optimistic that when you get into the holiday season, that if we see a slowdown in COVID cases, they may see a reacceleration in bookings. Maybe not to what they originally expected, but certainly it's not, and you're not going to see the fall off that we've seen over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Phil, we've started to see aircraft orders begin to pick back up again this year. I mean, are there potential ripple effects in terms of that supply chain and those manufacturers as well if you continue to see this softer than expected demand through the end of the year?
I don't think so, Morgan. I think that so many of those orders, they are going to be for aircraft. Some of the aircraft are being delivered now, but more likely you're seeing these aircraft delivered over the next 3-4 years. And the expectation in the industry is, look, COVID's going to pass at some point, or it's going to become a part of our life, and we just kind of get used to it in some fashion. At what level, we don't know, but the airline industry will need more aircraft. And that's why I don't think you're going to see a drop-off in orders from the airlines anytime soon when it comes to new airplanes.
That's interesting.
Wow, what a load of information from the industry today, Phil. Thanks, Phil LeBeau on the airlines. Meantime, we're watching GameStop shares sliding after reporting mixed quarterly results. Shares at about a 3-week low. Frank Collin has more on the meme name. Hey, Frank.
Hey there, Carl. You know, not clear earnings or fundamentals even matter anymore when it comes to GameStop. Shares falling hard after a bit of an odd earnings call last night that lasted just about 7 minutes and has left a lot of investors, including those on Wall Street bets, clearly with a lot of questions. For example, one Reddit trader posting, "Why are Jimmy earnings calls so short? Something just dawned on me." Another post saying, "How can less be more if more is more?" Maybe alluding to the shortness of the call or maybe the lack of details about the transformation strategy that Chairman Ryan Cohen has been promising. Classic meme stocks, if you will. GameStop, AMC, Koss, and others falling hard this morning. TD Ameritrade's JJ Kenahan says it may be the start of a trend when it comes to what you could call those original meme names.
I don't believe it's the end of the meme stocks, but it's a reconsideration of the meme stocks, at least in the shorter term, by many of those who have invested in them in the past.
Yesterday, Clover, a newer meme stock, was the most talked about ticker on the Wall Street Bet site. A post this morning putting kind of a spin on the iconic Uncle Sam poster and recruiting people to buy Clover shares. And this morning, if you take a look, Clover, Venco Ventures, Sandstorm, some of which you may call those newer meme names, they're trading higher. All three seeing an uptick not too long after the GameStop call, possibly coincidence. We're going to have to watch trading volume later today. Morgan, back over to you.
Frank Collin, thank you. Yeah, it's not the first earnings call from GameStop where there was very limited information and no questions taken either. So, but nonetheless, one to continue watching. Frank, thanks. Let's turn to the broader markets with the Dow and S&P up for the first time in 4 days. Joining us now, senior market commentator Mike Santoli. Mike, how would you categorize the move we're seeing?
Seemed a little heavily negative there, but then again, they're making the observation that we're seeing.
Equities have to climb here.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan, there's been a story that's been playing out under the surface of the market for 6 or 8 weeks where we have been positioning for some kind of weakness, right? If you look at the sort of global reflation type stocks, they would have peaked around June 1st. Also, the meme stocks are 7 months ago. That was peak frenzy there. And I think you could argue even the the kind of reopening trade was also peaked in April. So when we get these reports or these predictions that, in fact, we're in a soft patch, I don't think the market necessarily has to do a lot to price that in. Look at the chemical stocks. They're down, since June 1st, maybe 20, 30%. That's already, I'm not saying everything's in the market, but I think that's the push-pull underneath the surface. Also, that last little clicking to the new highs last week and the week before, very incremental. Every single day, it was just this cursory little gain. This week, we've had this very slow bleed of declines. I think big picture, people recognize September can be tough and likely will have more air pockets because of this kind of policy flux that we're in. But the pattern has been we have these declines in the S&P down somewhere near the 50-day average. Right now, it's about 100 points lower on the S&P than where it is right now. We've had bottoms there. We've also had these pretty significant little bottoms in the third week of each month. It seems to be around options expiration. So all this stuff, I think, keeps people from getting too aggressive in either direction, at least at the moment, given where the market's come 20% for the year.
Yeah, I mean, we're continuing to get some of the taper commentary from Fed officials here in the U.S. in recent days. And then, of course, you see what's going on at the ECB this morning. That doesn't really seem to be having much of an impact, though, when you do see those green arrows across the board, albeit small moves higher.
Yeah, I think taper. I mean, I almost feel as if the market is a little bit impatient to get on with it, in the sense not necessarily September having the bond purchases decline, but sort of get that catalyst out of the way and have that process going. So I think it's largely discounted, at least psychologically, among a lot of folks. And the yields have been very kind of steady, and they've not really given ground. We've been missing badly on a lot of the economic data, and yet yields have not gone to new lows. That sort of suggests perhaps which direction, given a lot of supply of new bonds out there, the market wants to take them.
Mike, last week when we were doing the show.
All right, let's take a last look here at some stocks. We've got Tesla here, sort of slowly moving up on the day here, just a little bit under 1%. Gevo running a little bit more here, now at 26, 27%. The Hippo's at 7%. Really nice moves here on the day. Upwork coming up again. That's, wow, Upwork. Nice job, Upwork. Here coming back to life a little bit. We've got Cardano, support.com trying to run again here. Went from negative to up here, 6%. Peloton's up as well. Hut 8 Mining almost back to $11. Downside pretty consistent here with Upstart, AMC, Boston Beer, GameStop, Walgreens, some of these rotating down, Dave & Buster's here. Enphase recovering a little bit now off of its lows for the day, almost actually green, potentially going to go green here any moment. So nice push there on Enphase. Really been watching this. Love Enphase. But anyway, okay, good. Lulu, yeah. All right, folks, we're gonna do the course member live stream in about 10 minutes. Thanks so much for being here, and folks, we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.